Yo, meathead ass got 5 seconds to like this video. If you don't, then you gonna wake up looking like this nigga for the rest of your life.
Hello, motherfucker.
What up with YouTube? It's your boy Diddy. We back with another reaction video. Today, we gonna be reacting to the Dream Team documentary. Yeah, the Dream Team documentary. We just finished that Larry Bird John, 3 parts. You feel me? Go watch that video. Go drop a like button on that video. But no, y'all recommended the Dream Team documentary, so y'all go get it, man. Hey, this video is 1 hour and 8 minutes long, so we're gonna break it down again. I know, y'all don't want to see me break it down, different parts, different videos, but bro, it's 1 hour long, bro. I can't just sit for 1 hour longer in this hard old chair. If y'all want me to do that, go ahead and send some donations so I can buy me a gaming chair, comfortable one, and I do hour-long videos for y'all, man. But look, son, go ahead, make sure y'all hit that like button, roll to 1.7K subs, man. This is part 1. We're gonna do 3 different parts to this video, bro. This is part 1. It's, let's see, 25. We're gonna do 25 this video, 25 next video, and like 18 the last video, bro. So look, make sure I get this video to 10 likes if y'all want to get that part 2 out there. Quick comment down below, part 2 ASAP. You feel me? I'm gonna get that out there for y'all. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Woo!
Why do people talk
Dream
about
Team
dreams so much in sports?
documentary.
Dream seasons, dream matchups,
Will,
dream opportunities. They do it because so much of sports is about imagining what you want things to be like. If only the setting were just right.
It was one of those times none of us will ever forget.
The characters just right.
I don't know anything about Angola, but Angola's in trouble.
The timing just right.
11 Hall of Famers. I don't think you can ever do that again, at no point in time.
If only it could all be the way you might have dreamed it up yourself.
Are you filming? Yep.
Maggie.
That was the most exhilarating 15 seconds of my life.
People perceived us as being superheroes.
Please, Michael Jordan!
No, as
Michael Jordan.
Thomas question.
Cool.
We became a team, and that team just stomped on everybody.
This never happened in sports. Nowhere.
Well, I figured eventually there'd be a movie made about the Dream Team.
This group may well be the greatest team ever assembled.
Okay. They had a squad. Hold up.
May well be the greatest
Michael Jordan, Dennis Rodman, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson.
team ever assembled in the history of team
Patrick Ewing.
sports.
God bless you, and God bless America.
1992.
20 years can go by pretty fast, and the world isn't gonna stop and wait for you to remember what it used to look like. 1992 was a time of change. New faces in America quickly transforming into cultural icons.
Man, Fresh Prince. Bel Air.
None more so than the superstars of the NBA.
The Bulls have repeated. Let the party begin.
After the legends of the 80s had lifted the league's profile to new heights, a fresh crop of players had blown the lid off.
Hey. Charles Barkley, boy, here
Their talents and their charisma made them more than just basketball players.
I am not a role model.
They were a new kind of star athlete.
Charles Barkley, son. Hold up. I'm gonna pause it on this space,
made them
son.
more than just basketball players.
I am not a role model.
Charles Barkley, son. Come on, son. Cut out all the bullshit, son. We don't care. You wasn't no tough guy, son. You was just a big booty nigga that got rebounds, son, and box niggas out, son. Come on, Charles Barkley, son. You wasn't. I ain't gonna say you was garbage, but again, you was a role player and you was a star in your role, son. You wasn't no superstar, son. You was a rebounding machine. You couldn't win nothing. You ain't win no rings. Talking about I'm not a role model. Of course you ain't, son. Nobody want a role model after a nigga that didn't win nothing. Come on, son. Charles Barkley. Stick to your role, son. Stop all that tough stuff out, man. Tripping.
They were a new kind of star athlete whose popularity transcended the game.
Like Mike.
Is it the shoes? No, Mom.
And now the very best of them awaited their brightest showcase, the world's largest athletic stage, the Olympic Games in Barcelona, Spain, even if no one truly realized the impact they would make there.
It's a watershed moment in the history of sports, not just the Olympics, not just basketball. It moved the culture along.
Okay. But in 1992, not everyone was ready for them. Not everyone thought pro basketball stars had a place in the Olympics.
This kind of thing had never, ever, ever been done. So it was
You look like a chimpanzee,
if you will, by people in my profession. Sports journalists and journalists in general were skeptical, angry, because this wasn't the Olympic movement.
The Olympic ideal had always been about amateur competition, which meant the United States had always sent basketball teams made up of college kids. Teams that dominated for decades. In 1972, the Soviet Union was...
I just peeped that. Processed it slow, but I peeped it. They said the USA only used to send like the best college players we had over to play for the USA. Dang, I didn't know that. I thought they always sent the NBA players, huh? Hey, learn something new.
Awarded a victory over the U.S. in a controversial gold medal game.
The United States apparently had won the game, but the debate still goes on.
To this day, that American team still hasn't claimed their silver medals. But that result seemed like a fluke when the Americans got the gold in their next two Olympic appearances.
U.S. has its 9th gold medal.
While the U.S. celebrated, though, the rest of the world was catching up. So in 1988, when the Soviets won again, there was no talk of any fluke.
The United States goes home with a semi-final loss to the bigger, more experienced USSR team.
I was embarrassed. I know some of the guys left their medals there in the room. They didn't want to take them home. And here we are, USA on our chest, and we didn't get the job done.
But the amateur ideal had gotten muddled. While NBA players were prohibited from Olympic competition, professionals from other leagues abroad could play.
If you played in Europe for money, you were an amateur, but if you played in the NBA for money, you were a professional. And so our players weren't eligible.
Those other countries were using pros, playing against 18, 19-year-old kids. That is really unfair.
Okay, so I just learned. So that's why the USA had to send the college players over, because they couldn't play, bro. They was restricting the NBA players. Dang, that's crazy, son. They knew they was going to get beat on when they let our pros in there against their pros, huh? Now look, ever since then.
Changing the hypocrisy, though, was the central goal of a European named Boris Stankovic, the head of FIBA, the World Basketball Federation.
He was very much intent on lifting basketball up to the highest possible level of international sports. And if the whole world knew that the very best players in the world were not participating in the Olympics, that made it a second-class event.
So in 1989, Stankovic issued a resolution to allow players from all leagues to compete in the Olympics. But back in America, the NBA was lukewarm to the idea.
We wanted to be good partners with FIBA to grow the sport of basketball, but we weren't particularly anxious. We didn't know what it would mean. We didn't know if our players would want to do it. We didn't know what the logistics were, but the vote passed, and NBA players were eligible for the Olympics.
Now the issue wasn't about whether American pros could play, but whether the best players wanted to play.
Right. That's how it is now, bro.
That we were a little concerned about was probably Michael.
The thought back then was Michael Jordan plays 36 holes of golf 90 days during the summer. What the hell is he going to be doing playing basketball?
I was hoping they would not ask me to participate.
Come on, Michael Jordan. Why would you like that, bro? Come on, gang. You don't want to win the gold for the country, the great United States of America, son? You'd rather sit here and hit golf balls all day, bro. 90 days? No, bro, that ain't right. LeBron would never. You see what Bron did? Anytime he got a chance, he played for that USA team. Come on, Shaq.
And I was trying to figure out a way graciously that I could decline. I'd done the Olympic thing before, and when Rod Thorne called me and asked me, I wasn't gung-ho about it.
My appeal to him was, you're the top player in the world. This is bigger than the NBA Finals.
Right.
And, you know, we need you. His thing, well, who else is playing? I mean, are all the good players going to play? You know, I'm not going to play by myself.
So Michael Jordan waited to hear more. And Rod Thorne made his next call.
It was a no-brainer for me. You know?
Woo! Okay, Magic.
And
okay, Magic. I knew Magic was going to do it. That's right. Michael Jordan, why you couldn't be like Magic, son? You always on some lame stuff, bro.
I figured if I jumped in first and said I wanted to play, that would get guys to want to participate as well.
I think if Magic wasn't on that team, I don't think it would have been as spectacular as it was. And to finish out our careers, that was important for both of us.
Once you get guys like Magic and Larry committing to the team, then all of a sudden it becomes something very, very special.
All right.
Representing the USA is already a tremendous honor, but to know that you're going to be on a dream team is a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
David Robinson.
Magic, Bird, and David Robinson weren't alone in their pride.
They called in the big
Patrick
gun.
Ewing.
We're the Navy SEALs that we had to go over there and kick butts and take names.
With those stars and the Utah Jazz tandem of John Stockton and Karl Malone, the Dream Team was starting to take shape.
I know it ain't Pistol Pete. Shut up! Little Johnny John Stockton.
The Dream Team was starting to take shape.
It don't matter if you call me last.
Malone, Postman.
I got the call.
I didn't feel like that I
Scottie
deserved to be called, but I truly wasn't going to tell them that.
I was like, yeah, I'm in. I didn't even think to say who was on the team. I'm good.
Wherever that is, I'm going to be honest, I don't know.
Charles Barkley's ability was no question, but his attitude was.
God want us to win the world championship. I don't know if I go that much, y'all. No, I talked to him the other night.
I learned early in Philadelphia. It doesn't matter what I say. So from this day forward, I'm gonna say what the hell I wanna say. And some people gonna like it, and some people gonna dislike it.
But after a series of incidents on and off the court, the least of the committee's concerns were about what Barkley would say.
I was asked to talk to him. He was so honored that we would even think about asking him. He convinced me that you won't have any problems with me.
Now, with the team nearly complete,
Come on, Michael.
Rod Thorne had enough talent secured to go back to where he started.
Representing my country was a big thing, but I think, you know, the biggest motivation for me was now I get to spend time with some of the guys I compete against all the time.
Portland's Clyde Drexler rounded out the list of NBA players, while the final spot on the roster was reserved for an amateur, Duke's Christian Laettner, coming off back-to-back NCAA titles.
Okay.
There's the pass to Laettner.
Buzzer beater.
Puts it up. Yes!
In any other Olympic year, Laettner might have been the team's biggest star, but on this team, he was fine with being the last guy on the bench.
I tell people this all the time, and it may shock them, but my most enjoyable year was my freshman year because they don't expect nothing from you except carry the luggage, do the laundry, and get our donuts. And that's easy. The harder thing is to be the leader.
By May of 1991, 2 months before the Olympics, the team was set. 1 college kid and 11 future Hall of Famers. The man in charge with putting it all together was the unflappable Chuck Daly.
Okay, all set?
All set.
Chuck looked the part. He was the guy that looked like he owned the arena, but he would also push the broom.
His hair was beautiful.
Man, this
The
dude
suits
Charles
were
Barkley.
immaculate. He wanted to win, but he wanted to look good.
As the head coach of the Detroit Pistons, Daly did both, winning back-to-back championships in 1989 and 90.
The Pistons are winners and
Isaiah
still
Thomas.
champions of the world.
The Pistons were nicknamed the Bad Boys for their aggressive and some said dirty style of play, never more evident than in their memorable playoff battles with Michael Jordan's Bulls.
Michael on the move against Vinnie Johnson to the hoop. He is necktied. Michael Jordan goes down hard.
Detroit and Chicago had no love for each other.
So when Daly was named the Dream Team coach, many wondered how he'd handle working with the Bulls' biggest star.
I was being asked to wrestle with some demons and some issues.
But the coach was well acquainted with the task of managing personalities.
He coached the bad boys. And if you can coach those, you can coach anybody.
One player Daly wouldn't be coaching in the Olympics, however, was his
Isaiah.
own star in Detroit, point guard Isaiah Thomas, who controversially had been left off the team's roster.
Yeah, why didn't they add Isaiah Thomas to the Dream Team? Do y'all know why, Sean? I heard Isaiah was a dog. I gotta watch some of his mixtapes or something. I ain't never watched his highlights, but I heard he was a dog that beat Jordan.
Point guard Isaiah Thomas, who controversially had been left off the team's roster.
No matter how much people try to say now, it was no big a deal. It was a big deal.
I talked to Isaiah at the beginning of the year about the aspect he wasn't on the team, and he was not comfortable with it. I'm sure he is very hurt. He's a very deserving player, but he was not selected.
Thomas was well on his way to a Hall of Fame career, but was also seen by many as the biggest cultivator of the Bad Boys image in Detroit.
Isaiah was the general. He was the guy that would yap at his teammates and say, knock them on the ass, do whatever you got to do.
A beautiful backdoor pass from Pippen, and he is walloped. He knew he was going to get hit.
I despised the way that he played the game.
Did you want him on the Dream Team?
No, I did not want him on the team.
Did Michael? Did he want him on the team?
Well, I can't speak for Michael, but
hell no.
I don't think he wanted him on the team.
Now, there has been speculation that your icy relationship with Isaiah Thomas is the reason that he was not selected. Well, what is your reaction to that?
That was one of the stipulations put to me prior to me even committing, that Isaiah wasn't a part of the team. I was getting strong innuendos that it wasn't just, it was coming from higher places that didn't want Isaiah Thomas on the team.
Okay. So Isaiah Thomas was blackballed, huh? NBA didn't want him on the team, son. So it wasn't just Michael and Scotty. It was the NBA and the higher ups, the commissioners. Dang. Isaiah Thomas must have been a problem.
Things are being pointed at me because of our relationship and of course about the way that the end of the game between Detroit and Chicago ended.
We were picking the group just after the Pistons had been eliminated by the Bulls, and it was very bad timing for Isaiah. Everybody had fresh in their mind the picture of Isaiah walking off the court.
Pistons wasting no time in getting out of here. They left the bench, although there's 7 and 9/10 seconds remaining. The Pistons just left.
When the Pistons walked off the court before the final bell, I think it left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths.
All right, no Isaiah Thomas stuff.
No Isaiah Thomas questions.
Cool.
Jordan and the team were done answering questions about Isaiah. But with training camp approaching, a bigger question would need to be answered.
Hello, how you doing?
How would the 12 stars that were selected play together?
Welcome.
Training camp began on June 22nd, 1992, in La Jolla, California. And when the gym doors opened, no one was quite sure what to expect, especially the players themselves.
There's a lot of egos in one gym and on one team. Everybody wanted their form to shine and showcase why they were a part of this team.
With all these stars on the team, if it comes down to the last shot, who's gonna take the shot?
Me.
Everybody in the world has an ego. The only difference between us, we have a reason to have an ego.
David Robinson, you knew your ass wasn't taking the last shot, son. Go ahead and sit to the side, son. You ain't even on the top 3 of taking the last shot, son. Jordan, Bird, Magic. You might be number. I don't know, Sean, but I know you're not top 3.
Every one of us felt like we was a everybody.
And when practice started that first day, every player seemed to be trying to prove just how great they were.
It was a very competitive practice. And I'm thinking, aren't we all on the same team?
Patrick go, I don't want to play with David, I want to play against him. Then you hear Michael say, I don't want to be on Magic's team, I want to play against him.
Every evaluation of Michael Jordan at that time was, he's good, but he's never Magic Johnson. In my competitive nature, I want to use every little bit that I could gather so that I can gain an advantage.
Karl Malone, he's the only guy I would even compare to myself at the power forward position. So I want to prove that I was the best power forward in the world.
Charles. Yeah, he's a great talent. Do I think he's better than me? Hell no. So let's do this.
Bro.
By the time this over with, you're going to be thinking I'm damn good too.
The first practice, Barkley drives baseline and Karl Malone jumps up like this. Barkley just dunked on him so hard. It was just an unbelievable play. I felt like...
Talking all that stuff, Karl Malone, you just got nuts to your chin, shit. By Charles Barkley?
And
crazy.
Karl Malone jumps up like this. Barkley just dunked on him so hard. It was just an unbelievable play. I felt like, man, I cannot believe that I'm part of this practice.
Crazy.
A few days later, the team had a chance to acclimate themselves to playing on the same side. Chuck Daly had scheduled a scrimmage against a select group of college players, a group thrilled to be facing off against their idols.
I found out today I might be picking up Magic a little bit full court, so things are just happening for me that really makes me happy.
My whole thought process was don't embarrass yourself, and that was like the theme for me, like just hang in there.
A lot of those people that I've looked up to, Barkley, Malone, a lot of those people talk
Chris
confidence.
Webber. Harder
It's going to be a good matchup, There's no advantage on either side.
For the college players, it was a chance to see how they'd match up against the world's best. For Coach Daly, it was an opportunity to get his stars to grow into a single unit.
I think we're somewhere between the mentality of an all-star game and trying to come together as a team. So we've got to continually work on this.
Daly had been hired for his ability to manage personalities and egos. And when the scrimmage began, it became apparent that his players had left one of their biggest weapons, those egos, somewhere else.
The non-fan would think, well, they're going to go in there and they're each going to want their own ball, and Jordan's going to be hogging the ball, and Magic's going to be dribbling all over the place. Point of fact, it was the exact opposite. They overpassed.
It was like, I don't want to start it off. You do it. And before you realize it, the select team was beating us by 10.
We didn't know how to play with each other. We didn't want to step on anybody's toes or hurt any egos. So these young kids, they were killing us.
We were not into it, and we paid for it.
Chris Webber was a man. I thought, boy, that's the guys coming this league, I could get out of here.
Bobby Hurley was dominant.
I did have some success penetrating and collapsing the defense, and our energy, our excitement to play, all those things played in our favor.
Bobby Hurley didn't play
Dream Team, what is y'all doing, bro?
Nevertheless, it did expose the one weakness they could have had, which is defending against quick guards.
They were playing great. Then I noticed that Michael Jordan is not playing.
I'm saying something. Chuck, then he said, we're all right. Yeah, we're all right.
Daly watched as his players failed to make up the deficit. And in their first taste of outside competition, the Dream Team lost. A story their coach didn't want the press to get their hands on.
I remember Chuck saying, as soon as the game ended and we were getting ready to let media in, it was erase the scoreboard.
Media comes in, scores, if not hundreds. They can sense something. You can feel the tension, or you can feel something in the air.
Well, some of these college players we've just got through playing against probably should be on this team, but they'll get their chance.
The teams posed for a picture together, both not sure what to make of what had just happened. But the man in charge may have had the answer.
He threw the game. You know, Chuck.
5 more minutes, y'all. 5 more minutes. Part one.
Look how much Jordan played and how he subbed guys in, not picking up, not making any adjustments. He knew what he was doing.
It was legit. It felt tremendous. You know, what we were doing that day, you know, they couldn't stop it.
There are kids who believe in Santa Claus too, and the Easter Bunny, and now that they've grown up, I hate to burst their bubble, but it was a game thrown.
Damn.
No.
What? Bro, what? The game was thrown? Bro, so they let them win? Like, oh, nah. Because Michael Jordan didn't play? Oh, okay. I'm seeing it now. Michael Jordan didn't play. So it was thrown. It was a thrown game. Dang, Shine. Fooled me.
Many people would have done it. And he did it.
It was gratifying to Chuck for us to get our butts beat like that, because now we had to listen to him.
From then on, he had a way of just saying, you know, you could lose.
After fixing his collars and his hair, his speech was, anybody can get beat, so you gotta be ready to play.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the only speech he ever gave us.
The message got across. I mean, you know, Chuck couldn't have been happier, I'm sure.
It was brilliant on Chuck's part to be able to orchestrate that and play along like he didn't.
Why didn't he tell you guys?
We probably would have screwed it up.
The next day, training camp ended with a rematch against the college kids.
Okay.
And once play started, everything made sense again.
The tables were turned drastically. We showed them why we are who we are. We pretty much beat them by 100.
They couldn't score. And by the way, Jordan played a lot more that next scrimmage.
Okay.
Before the Dream Team could play in the 1992 Olympics, they had to qualify. The place to do that was Portland, Oregon, and the Tournament of the Americas. It would be the public's first chance to see the NBA stars together in a game, especially Jordan, Bird, and Magic.
Mm-hmm.
Daly had asked all three to be team captains, but Jordan had turned him down.
I knew how much it meant to both of those guys because they never had the opportunity to play on the Olympics.
Okay.
So I said, you know what, Chuck, don't worry about me. You know, let these old dogs do it.
Magic and Bird weren't just the team's oldest players. They were also the most revered. They had entered the league together in 1979, embarking on a rivalry that had redefined the NBA. And along the way, their personal admiration for one another.
Just got done with that documentary, man. Bird and Magic, man. Y'all make sure y'all go watch that. All 3 parts on the YouTube channel, man. Go tap in.
Had grown.
Magic's just a great basketball player. He's the best I've ever seen, you know. Unbelievable. I don't know what to say.
In 1992, they'd be getting the chance to share the ball. But the opportunity would be coming at the end of their careers. Bird had given his soul to the game. But after so many years, his body was betraying him.
His back, man.
Back problems. It just gets to the point where you just couldn't play. I mean, you couldn't think, couldn't move, couldn't run. You know, if you can't feel your feet, it's hard to run.
Larry was on the fence because of his back, so I said, man, LB, you gotta play, man. You gotta play. This is our last chance to be together.
Magic would be able to convince his old friend to play. But at the start of the 1991-92 NBA season, he was forced to retire after learning he had the HIV virus. Doctors would eventually clear him to play in the Olympics, though that didn't stop fears from swirling.
There's a lot of players that really didn't want him to play, didn't want to play with him or against him, because nobody knew what disease meant. You know, they say you get a little blood on you, you got HIV, or you breathe on you, you know. I never bought any of that, you know. You just keep going. And that's what Irving decided to do, just keep pushing, keep going.
6-5, 3-pointer.
It's that all-star game.
Magic had made a cameo in the 1992 All-Star Game and had focused his attention on the Olympics, hoping for an encore of a lifetime alongside his old rival.
Our careers were really over, and it was something I thought needed to happen for both of us.
Right.
Their debut would take place at Portland's Rose Garden with their
right on the money. Hey man, we 25 minutes in, man. This part 1, son. Part 1. Don't get mad at me, bro. I gotta do it like this, bro. Come on, gang. Like Bird. You know, his back was hurting and stuff. Come on, gang. My back hurting too, sitting in this chair. I was straight for y'all. Come on, gang. Nah, I need to break this down into parts. It'll be 3 parts, son. 25 minutes each, son. So if y'all want part 2 ASAP, expeditiously quick, I'll go and hit that like button, man. Get 10 likes on this video. Go up to 1.7K subs, man. Hit that sub button. Turn on notifications. Y'all know when I drop part 2. You feel me? Yeah, y'all know that. Follow me on Twitch. Link in the description down below. And yeah, gang. I'm gonna catch y'all boys in the next video. I'm gone.